up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. Much happier day today. We are talking defensive grades from the Penn State game. How'd the Buckeyes do? Did pretty well. Held them to 12 points. Actually, should have been 6. They should not have been out there for that. Defense should not have been on the field for that last drive of the game. Ryan Day should have run the ball the previous drive and just bled clock. So that's on him, that last touchdown. But Buckeye defense just looks like they're peaking right now, and that's even without Denzel Burke. They wreaked havoc in the backfield on Drew Aller. They shut down a run-heavy offense. You could also make the statement that Penn State went away from the run in the second half. But other than the last drive of the game, they only had 2 drives into the OSU side of the 50. And neither of those drives made it into the red zone. Their only red zone drive was that last touchdown drive of the game. And they had no third down conversions until that last drive of the game. Let's look at it right away. First half, 0 for 7 on third downs, 0 for 0 on fourth. Second half, 1 of 9 on third downs, 1 of 3 on fourth. And that was, again, in that last drive where they scored the touchdown. Average yards per play, first half, Penn State was 5.2. Second half, 2.1. They had something like 16 yards up until that final drive where they scored the touchdown in the second half. They had 16 yards in that half. Just brutal. Their offense is not great, Bob. First half, they put up 161 yards, 14 rushing attempts, 5 yards a carry. That's 70 yards. Then second half, only put up 79 total yards. And again, most of it was in that final drive. 12 rushing attempts, minus 21 yards of rushing. That's not sack adjusted. And then a minus 1.8 average. That's with the sacks and everything. So defense really cranked it up in the second half. Forced a ton of 3 and outs. Let me check the drives here. Yeah. Here's the drive chart for the entire game. 3 and out, punt. 4 plays, punt. 6 plays, 39 yards, field goal. 4 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 7 plays, 51 yards, field goal. 6 plays, 25 yards, punt. 4 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 4 plays, turnover on downs. 8 plays, turnover on downs. Then the final drive of the game for them, 12 plays, 73 yards for the touchdown. So a lot of punts in there, man. And they got a lot of possessions too. That should be noted. Both teams got more possessions than normal. I think they both had about 14 to 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep, 14 each. So, but again, the Buckeye defense here coming through big time. We'll get into the grades in a sec. I want to run through some of the stats. Tommy leading the team with – I just lost my spot. Hold on. Yeah. 8 tackles, half a TFL, a QB hurry. Steel Chambers getting it done, even with splitting snaps with Cody Simon, 6 tackles. Davison Igbinosun, huge in-run support, 5 tackles, 1 TFL. Jordan Hancock flying in, making big plays on that third down where he came into the hole, knifed through and stopped the running back. Had a pass breakup as well, 5 tackles. Cody Simon, 5, and a TFL. Sonny Styles getting in the act, 4 tackles, TFL, and a sack. Huge day for 6. Proctor getting in there, had a TFL, a couple pass breakups, 4 tackles. Jermaine Matthews, wow. I was surprised at the number of snaps for Jermaine Matthews, but had a PBU, was strong out there, 3 tackles. Jack getting in there. Who else here? Got to mention the big man, JT. When he sees those Penn State jerseys, man, he must get aroused. So that dude comes to play, especially in the fourth, man. He closed that game out, except for the last touchdown drive. Anyways, he had a sack, TFL, pass breakup, a hurry, insane. Caden Curry also getting in there. Love seeing Caden Curry opposite of Jack or JT. He had a sack, TFL, and a hurry. Mike Hall Jr. had a QB hurry. Tyleek, you didn't hear his name a lot, but he was causing some havoc up front, up the middle. So let's look at the run grades here. One thing I did want to point out. So let's go back to the stats here. Rushing yards, sack adjusted rushing yards. Penn State had 85, so a 3.9 average. But with the sacks, 49 yards. Wanted to point that out there. So let's look at run defense here. Ty Hamilton led the way, 88.9, dude. That's insane. 4 tackles, 4 stops. That's where you stop the opposing team from getting a productive play, from making a productive play. 4 stops, that's huge. Jack Sawyer with a tackle, he graded out a 77.2. Cody Simon, 75.1. He had 2 stops. Proc had graded a 71, had 1 stop. Michael Hall Jr. a 70, 1 stop. Igbinosun with a stop, graded out a 67.5. Steele Chambers a 64.6, so much better week for Steele. 2 stops, and Sonny Styles had a stop. Eichenberg and Hancock. And let's see who had the penalties. Michael Hall Jr., Tommy, and Steele had the penalties. Only 3 missed tackles against the run. That's huge. You have those single-digit missed tackles, like under 6. That's ideal. Let's look at the pass rush grades. Cody Simon, 73.4. He had 3 pressures on the quarterback, a hit, and 2 hurries. Caden Curry, a 68. He had 4 total pressures, 1 hit on the quarterback. JT, 6 pressures, led the team. He graded out a 65.6. He did have a sack. Sonny Styles with a sack. He was a 67.1. Tyleek, a 63.8 with a QB hurry. Michael Hall Jr. had a hit and 2 hurries on the quarterback. Jack Sawyer, a sack, 2 hurries. So D-line getting it done. Steele Chambers even kicking in a couple pressures on the QB with a hit and a hurry. So excellent work in the pass rush game. Aller had nowhere to go with the ball. He had no time. I'm not sure he could have got it there anyways. He was wildly inaccurate, but I think you could put some of that on the Buckeyes as well with the pressure and those tight windows. The secondary is putting up. So what else we have? Let's go to pass coverage grades. Lathan Ransom, an 80.1. He had 4 targets, only allowed 2 catches, 12 yards. Jordan Hancock, a 72. He allowed 3 catches on 7 targets. Jermaine Matthews, 65. He allowed 3 catches on 7 targets. But these guys didn't allow a ton of yards, especially in yak yardage. Ransom only allowed 12 yards. Hancock, 18. Jermaine Matthews, 29. So, again, closing in on the guys. If they're there, they make the stop, and there's nobody, cranking out a big play. Steele Chambers did have the one big play of the game, a 34-yarder. He was in coverage, I believe, it was on a tight end, but he allowed 3 catches on 4 targets for 47 yards total. So he graded out a 62.2. Other than that, Cody Simon, not so great in pass coverage, but that's not really his strong suit. Steele's more of the pass coverage guy, which, he allowed a 34-yarder. Not great, right? Let's see what else. Let's look at tackles. In the pass game, Jordan Hancock, 4 tackles in pass coverage. Jermaine Matthews, 3. So again, these guys are getting the tackles because they're tight in coverage. They just, might not get the pass breakup, but they're taking the guy to the ground. Missed tackles, you had Steel Chambers and Josh Proctor, the only missed tackles in pass coverage. So if you go back and we talked about 3 missed tackles against the run, 2 against the pass, that's 5. That's a good day for the defense. And a couple pass breakups. Jermaine Matthews, they did credit him with the touchdown pass to, was it Caden Saunders, Westerville guy? Yeah. Anyways, overall, great defense. The combination of pressure and just the, sticky coverage of the corners caused Drew Aller to really have a rough day. And those supposedly this O-line, you got Olufashanu. Yeah, he graded out a 61.6 in pass blocking and a 60.5 run blocking. He allowed 4 pressures on his own, the future NFL #1 draft pick or whatever. So not a great day for that dude. And then the running backs did not do well in pass blocking either. So huge day for the Buckeyes. They neutralize what we thought was a good run defense or run offense and a good O-line. They could not get it done today. So great win, great defensive effort. So that's all I got for you today. Tomorrow we'll be talking Ryan Day highlights from his press conference, and then Jim Knowles on Thursday. And we're into another game week, getting ready for whiskey. I'm ready for whiskey. How about you? All right. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.